शिक्षण प्रसारक मंडळ चापोली, संजीवनी महाविद्यालय चापोली, affiliated by स्वामी रामानंद तीर्थ मराठवाडा युनिव्हर्सिटी नांदेड. Good morning all the student of class BSc FY, subject zoology, semester 1st, paper number 2nd. Name of the paper biodiversity of chordate. Unit number 1st. In this, that is the third bit is Agnatha cyclostomata. Today's topic is the Agnatha and cyclostomata, their general characteristics. Presented by myself, Dr. Thorat Mandakini Manohar, Assistant Professor and HOD of Zoology Department. Yes, student, in the last period, we see the protochordate animals. In this period, we see the Agnatha. It is also called jawless vertebrate. It is also the primitive. It is called ostracodermy, and recent form is called cyclostomata. In this period, we see the Agnatha general characters and classification, and also we studied about cyclostomata general characteristics with the example. So yes, first we study about ostracodermy. They are also in the extreme condition. They are not found in the present day. The earliest known vertebrate to appear in the fossil record were jawless primitive fish-like animals collectively known as ostracoderms. The first we know what is meant by ostracoderm. They are extinct. Means these animals they are not found in today. This is called jawless primitive animals. They are the fish-like and placed under the class ostracodermy. They resemble the present day cyclostomata. For example, lamprey and hagfishes. In the many respects and together with them constitute a special group of jawless vertebrate, the Agnatha. They are occurred in generally occurrence of ostracoderms. They are encountered first as fragmented fossil occurring in the rock of late Cambrian, middle Ordovician periods during the back approximately 5,000 million years. Generally, they are the fossils. They are preserved in the bottom sediment of freshwater streams. Generally, their opinion, their habit generally found in both conditions, freshwater or the marine water. Their important features or the important characters. These the primitive vertebrates were small to medium sized. Their body form as fish-like, usually flat-ended, dorsoventrally with a huge head and gill region, a tapering but muscular trunk, and some sort of tail fin. They had no jaws and no pectoral or pelvic fins, but had only median fins. Remarkably, these earliest vertebrates were very bony and heavily armored. The head was encased in a solid shield made up of broad, bony dermal plates, while the rest of the body surrounded by a series of smaller plates called the dermal scale. That is also with the help of these characteristics, these animals called as ostracoderms. They made, or it is also called bony fish, armored fish, or the bony skin fish. Ostracoderm word is made by the Greek word ostrakon means a shell and derma means skin, where they so are heavily armored. It has been suggested that the heavy exoskeleton served as a protection against the giant scorpion like arthropods, the euryphetroids, which were dominant predators of Cambrian, Ordovician, and Silurian periods. Later, when these enemies disappeared, the jawed descendant of ostracoderms also lost their heavy armor, which only hindered rapid progress. The ostracoderm's head was rather unusual. Most kinds had a pair of large lateral eyes and a median pineal eye on top of head. A single median nostril was located anterior to the pineal eye. Very little is known about ostracoderm internal anatomy. They had no axial skeleton or vertebrae. Mouth was anterior ventral, small and without the jaws or teeth. Sensory fields on the head were probably a part of lateral line system. Judging by their flat-ended body and fleval fins, they were probably sluggish bottom of dwellers and filter feeders. Like most of the present day, lower chordate and internal ear with the two semicircular canals are present. These are general characteristics of ostracoderm or the primitive of Agnatha. Their classification: generally these ostracoderm fossils have been generally put under a single class, Ostracodermi. It is divided into two subclasses and 5 orders as follows. Subclass first is the Monorina, a single large slit-like median nostril or top of the head between eyes. Their order is the Euphanaeridia, Anapsidia, Osteostraci. Generally, Eupharidia means Silurian, represented by the single genus called the Jammundius Chiroidi. They are also previously placed under the Anapsida. They are also the 15 centimeter long, fusiform, blunt-headed and naked. Indication of two lateral and median dorsal fin fold, notochord and mucous muscle myotomes like those of branchiostoma. No gill slits present, regarding as a ancestor of ostracoderm. Second order is the Anapsida. They are also the Silurian and Devonian period found. Body small, 15 cm long, head naked or covered by a complex of small plates. Tail hypocercal, it is also called lower lobe larger, and Birechenia, for example, Birechenia and Lacanius. Third order is called Osteotraci. It is also called Cephalopsidia. They are also found in the Silurian and Devonian period, a single plate, head-celled or carapace without the suture. Tail heterocercal, upper lobe larger, a pair of palps behind the gills, served like the pectoral fins. Several pairs of gill slits, sensory fields on the head, lateral eyes close together. Lampreys probably were derived from the Ostracostraci, Cephalopsis, Hemicyclopsis and Trimatopsis, etc. Then second class is called Diphlorina. Two separate nasal openings were known. They also included the order Heterostraci, that is also called Pteriapsida. Ordovician Devonian period they are found. Body large, head encased in the shield, tail hypocercal, lateral eyes without separated, a single large gill slit on each side. No sign of sensory organ. Hagfishes were probably derived from the heterostraci. Pteropsis, for example, Pteropsis and Drepanopsis. Second order is called Coleopsida. Ordovician, Devonian periods they are found. Body small, 10 to 12 centimeter long and fusiform or torpedo-like surface covered by the numerous minute placoid scale like the denticles, tail hypocircle or heterocircle. Lateral eyes widely apart, broad flanges project anterolaterally from the body. Phaliobliss, for example, Coelopsis and Lanarchia. This is the example. Also in the figure we see the example is the Cephalopsis. They also see like the fish-like animals. Body, that is the presence of dorsal fin, caudal fin, lateral sensory field, heterocircle tail. Example neck. Also the Pteropsis. Second example is the Pteropsis prostrata. They also the fish-like, that is the presence of body shield, pineal plate, dorsal disc, ventral scoot, hypocircle tail is this feature, dorsal scoot, caudal fin, that is also as like these animals. So these are the